Hi guys, the 17th chapter in the Bhagavad Gita takes us a little closer in understanding what is the future of the world, especially during the period of Kalki Avatar, where these verses talk about the crucial word of faith. And it says that there are three kinds of faith in this entire world. And the general consensus is that faith is definitely wider than belief. Now, many people, we can have a lot of blind beliefs that is being supported by traditions, customs, religion, our ancestral practices and policies, but a faith is something that is entirely different from that of belief. See, belief is something that we can, listen from another person or we can get inspired from. But faith is something that is an acceptance of belief with utmost questioning and care of that particular ideal, where the subconscious mind completely accepts that and focuses only on one point at one particular time. So here, when we talk about an entity such as Kalki Avatar, or when we talk about a book such as Bhagavad Gita, it is more about faith in that particular subject than just the belief of listening to that story from an external individual. Reading the book of Bhagavad Gita would enable you to understand what is the true philosophical meaning of life. Reading something from Greek philosophy would help you understand the true meaning of life. So these books and these characters such as the Kalki Avatar, and as you can see in this video here, I've mentioned that Kalki Avatar is someone, as per the Bhagavad Gita, that is formless, shapeless, and does not have anything to do with that of a human form, but something to do with a force. Now, why do I mean force, and why do some people mean human beings? Why do some people mean such as floating on top of a white horse, and all these different things and different theories rather about one entity? It is simple, known as faith. Now in faith, Bhagavad Gita says that there are three different types: the good, the bad, and the ugly, which simply in Sanskrit, Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic. These three types of faith would help you understand where your faiths are placed in your day-to-day life. First, the good. In the good, the faith is always something that is for the righteous cause. And I will say one small story that supports the same argument. Now, there was an ancient kingdom where an innocent family man was convicted for a crime that he never committed. So upon all the pleading and all the proofs that were submitted by saying that he was actually innocent and not guilty, the king felt that there was only one way for that man to prove his innocence, where he had to go and survive 4 days in a death cave. And if he comes out of it alive, then God and the king would have been proven by his innocence. If not, death would be his only option. Despite all the pleading from his family, the king had passed the verdict. So while this man was walking towards the cave, dejected and afraid, his wife came to him and told, "As long as you have not done anything wrong, believe and have the faith. I, the God, and you, we all will take care of what you are going to experience in that cave." So this man, the prisoner, goes inside the cave, and it's a dark walled cave that there is even no light to see what is happening outside the cave, and no complete detachment from the rest of the world. So these 4 days, when this man was inside with no food, no water, no scope of seeing anything outside, the wife also underwent the same punishment inside her puja room, where she repeatedly prayed, she repeatedly cried, she repeatedly did pujas and worshipped that this man would come out alive without a single problem. And after 4 days, the internal connection that these two souls had, along with the superior force, ensured that this man survived the prison time. And much to the shock of the entire residents of the kingdom and the king himself, this man came out without any problems whatsoever. Now, when you listen to the story, you can definitely say that this sounds too good to be true. But more than the fiction that this story has, it is about the cause of that family man here. He was not guilty, and he was innocently accused. So his cause here was for the righteous reason, and thereby a force or even an entity in the form of his wife came to his rescue with the ardent prayer and faith and belief that he would come out safe. Now, when you have a right cause and when you put faith to it, things will definitely be greener at one point, if not at the earliest. Now, second, the bad. The Rajasic version of faith is simply put, if you get me once, I will get you better the next time. Now, there are no possible stories that I can tell you that would have some sort of impact, because you can take a look at people around you. When you accidentally commit a mistake to someone, the idea of revenge that the world revolves around today, even for little things and even for giant issues, we always believe in tit for tat. And the faith that people seem to have in this sort of ideology, that the world is completely corrupt and the only way of surviving in such a world is to be corrupt yourself. Are these ideologies developed over time, or are these ideologies developed by people who are corrupt themselves? They are not clean people who become corrupt, but they are corrupt people who choose that particular lifestyle and spread that faith onto other people. Which brings me to the final stage of people with faith, and that is the Tamasic, the ugliest version of the three. And here, the simple faith that I can tell you is people who you see with heavy superstitions, people who pierce some sort of iron rods or something into their skin, and they say that they have the external vision of a superpower, and they confuse the hallucinations of the pain with that of the superpower and claim that I have seen God. Actually, the interesting story that I can tell you is, in 2 videos prior to this, I had mentioned the same thing, where I said that there are people who say that I have seen God and falsely make other people believe the same. And surprisingly, someone in the comment section proved me right by saying that no, you're wrong, I have actually seen God. So there are people like this in this world who say that I have seen God, I have seen a certain form of God. And as per the definition of Bhagavad Gita, God is someone who is formless. So if you can envision a form, the question is God different to you than what it is to other people? So therefore, faith is beautiful if it is individualistic and not forced upon another person. If it becomes forceful, then it is not faith, but rather propaganda that an individual is spreading onto the world. And that is what the Bhagavad Gita strongly condemns in the start of the 17th chapter. Now we are going to see more about these 3 kinds of people in the upcoming videos, and I would see you guys in the next video. Until then, it is goodbye, and of course, thank you for watching.